Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Set, ready. Trouble, 38. Hey, draw steal. Hey, red. Ready?
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Go. Ready.
Off the play fake, Young. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced and a one. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And
ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, Young. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would you...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Linval Joseph breaking free and dropping him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. They'll look to throw here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And here's Kamara on the read option. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Here we go.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Red, cycle.
1st and 10, Young. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now Sanders down to about the 37. The Panthers at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Red, yellow. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Young off the play fake. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. They'll set up to throw. There's Chris Olave.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll get this out to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Ready?
Following the interception, Young flush to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Blue striker. Drill green.
The play fake. Now Young. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out right at the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Edo blue. You yellow. Ready.
Now Young. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a second and goal.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Final play of the half, Young. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Ready up.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there and trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw again. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It was the 2nd straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
He's going to keep this again. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Amari Barno in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Smash, red. Claude red. Red, cycle. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Young now from the 50. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Adam Thielen, 50 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
The receiver factor at Ohio State turned out an NFL-ready deep threat this year in Olave, who New Orleans jumped up to get at number 11. The Saints learned lastly they need another defense breaker in their receiver room to allow a little bit of space to throw underneath. Sub 4.4 speed in the history of turning deep routes into touchdowns made Chris Olave their guy, and he gets them the first down.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. This one taken in by Olave. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Amari Barno able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Okay, ready?
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
10 cycles.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go play action. Young. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Hey, green gap. Blue striker.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go. Track
60. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Drill green. Yellow. Zoom. Needle blue. Blue. Yellow. White, white, steel, black. Ready?
Now here's Young. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Cameron Jordan, truly the heart and soul of this Saints defense, had another memorable year in 2021. He crossed 100 sacks and made his 5th straight Pro Bowl.
To try again after the sack. Young. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The slot man in motion right.
Red, cycle. Black shot. Ready?
3rd and long for Young. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A big play there for Carolina. And even 60 yards.
Down. Red, yellow. Blaster, 6. Ready, ready.
Young off the play fake. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This will be caught at the 2. And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hey, computer.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Into the hands of Sanders. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Young to throw. Pass complete. Hurst. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock. So a nice pickup there all the way up past the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Yellow. White. Steel, black.
Now Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Red. Claude red.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Saints, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings.